Hey everyone, what's going on? So today we are back and this time we're talking shoes again. So you probably noticed that I've been skating these for a little bit now. I think I've done 4 or 5 sessions in these. It's been about a week, a little bit more. I have thoughts. So with the Vans slip-on, I do have to size down to 11 and a half. The 12s, like, they feel comfortable right out of the box, but as soon as you skate them like 2 or 3 times, my heel starts like popping out of them when I'm pushing and things like that. So I went with an 11 and a half. And while it is like a super comfortable shoe, it is like a little painful because then you have to break them in, right? Like the 11 and a half was like almost a little tight at first on my one toe because of the way the foxing was on the one shoe. But after like 3 sessions, it totally worked out and then they fit perfect now. But they don't skate the way I want them to. So again, take all of this with a grain of salt because I clearly only have like one shoe I can skate and everything else just doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know if it's just my feet are just oddly shaped, but like the Janowskis, for example, if I went to an 11 and a half, I think it would be too tight. And the 12 fits just kind of perfect. Like I have a little bit of room, but it's not super tight. It doesn't stretch out. So ultimately, it's like that seems to be the shoe that works best for me. I don't have to do like the break-in time or anything like that. But what I will say was surprising about the Vans that I wasn't expecting was the Janowski outgrips the Vans. Like the grip on the Vans, I don't know if they changed something. I don't know what it is, but it's not as grippy as like the Nike SB sole. Like that really shocked me, honestly, because I was expecting these to be super grippy and all that, which is weird because the foxing on the side of the shoe, extremely grippy, makes it kind of hard to flick sometimes. I noticed that sometimes like when I flick, it'll catch too much and then other times it doesn't catch enough. When I skate the Janowskis, it just feels the same every time. So I don't know if that was just me trying to get like a learning curve out of the way or just not used to it, but it definitely didn't have a very consistent flick. And you may also notice something else too. So this is going to be another video eventually, but I swapped out the insoles for some Remind insoles. Yeah, the insoles that come with the Vans slip-ons have like a really thick heel in them. And like, so this part right here is like really thick and it just weirded me out that like my heel stood so high up in the shoe. Like I felt like I was going to roll my ankle. So I put some Remind insoles in there that I had around the house, and these are substantially better with the Remind insoles. It does make your heel sit a little lower in the shoe, but ultimately it was a way better experience with the Remind insoles and the Vans slip-on. But again, it's a great comfortable shoe, but I just didn't find it to be consistent when I was skating. Like if I'm just carving around like a bowl or something, it was fine, a great board feel, the grip is good, and everything like that, but it just wasn't performing the way I wanted it to for flip tricks and stuff. And I kind of like, as I started skating them, started remembering, oh yeah, like this is what happened with my Vans in the past. Like super comfy to walk around in, not the best to skate in my opinion. You know, if I'm choosing this or a Janowski, it's going to be a Janowski all day. And what's really funny is that like I've skated this maybe like 4 times. I've skated these Janowskis probably 30 times, and they look similar in wear, like very similar in wear. Like it's very odd how fast the slip-ons wore down. I mean, I imagine if I kept skating them, I'd get another few weeks out of them. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to use them as like yard shoes or something for now. Because I was going to use these to do some yard work, and I was like, maybe I should just use the Vans and go skate my Janowskis because they work. Between having the board with the messed up wheelbase right now and everything else, like I want as little variables as possible in my skating, so we're going to just run the Janowskis. But ultimately, like, if you can find these on sale and stuff like that, it's not a terrible skate shoe. They just don't last. The grip isn't as good as they said it was. I don't like the stock insoles that come with them. Yeah, I mean, it's just ultimately I wasn't super happy about it. But, I mean, that's just me in my opinion on it. And again, this is coming from a guy that can only skate one pair of skate shoes. So I wouldn't listen to me too much about shoes, but let me know what you guys have experience with. I know some people don't even skate these. These are the skate version. I know some people just opt for the original or like traditional slip-ons and they skate in those. Do you guys change out the insoles, or do you like that pop cush insole? Let me know. I guess ultimately, like, great shoe to walk around in and chill in, but I still prefer the Janowskis for grip. I'd say that these have a better board feel, but if I'm sacrificing that grip, I'd rather have the Janowskis. And ultimately, if you wear the Janowskis long enough, they get thinner and you just get more board feel as you skate them. So, I don't know. I think that there is such a thing as too much board feel. You know, it's like, again, I was very nervous doing flip tricks in these. Maybe that was the reason I sucked at flip tricks in these, but yeah. It's so weird how that these two shoes being so similar in like profile and everything like that. Like this actually looks like it had better chances on a Primo. I'd rather Primo than the Janowski every day. So I don't know, that's my 2 cents on the Vans slip-on, if you're curious. But I love the way they look. Like honestly, I think this is one of the better looking slip-on shoes on the market. I wish that they skated as good as Janowskis, because I just love the way Vans look. They look sick. So definitely not a bad shoe to like kick it in. Like I do have another pair, the checkered pair, that I just have for like, you know, chilling. But yeah, ultimately not going to be skating in these probably much anymore. Just going to run the Janowskis. So we're back at Mitchell right now. We're still running that 14-inch wheelbase on the DBX board, and it's wild. So we're just going to see what we can get done, have a fun little session here. Hey everyone, what's going on? So we're back at Mitchell. I did go home and swap out my Anti-Hero DBX for this old DBX I had. I really want to see if that wheelbase was that big of a factor. Like my flip tricks have been so off, kick flips, backside flips are non-existent again. 3 flips I was landing super far up on the nose every time. Like, I don't know, it's just frontside flips was the only trick that felt kind of good. Everything else was just so crazy. And also when I was at Big Tempe, I didn't really film it, but when I was skating the big Euro gap, I was getting like speed wobbles. I think my wheelbase was just so tight that, you know, it was just going fast on that thing was terrifying. So I wanted to see if a 14.25-inch wheelbase would be a nice solution that I can stick with, because right now the indies on the 14-inch wheelbase is not it. Like I am just feeling so crazy with my flip tricks. But yeah, this has that like nice tapered tail, whereas the Anti-Hero board has this big round square tail, and it's almost like hard to find the pocket for certain tricks. So yeah, this is just a quick little side test to see. That's ridiculous. So basically that was like 10 minutes of skating. I did skate a little bit earlier today, but that was a couple hours ago. I went and got coffee and ran some errands, went home, set up this board, and then came back here. And actually, in those errands, I stopped at Cowtown and got a brand new one of these, same exact shape. So I got home and I'm like, let me set up that old one and be 100% certain, right? Well, I already bought the new one. So I went here, set it up. 10 minutes, I just rifled off like all my go-to flip tricks. Like some of them were like first try, like that backside flip was bad, but it was first try. And I just said I lost my backside flips completely with that other board. So, oh, I feel so stupid. Yeah, I guess if you ride Ventures, that would be a sick setup, like that board. But on the Indy Titaniums, like it was a horrible setup. It felt so light. It felt so, like, this feels like a normal board. Like I almost thought like with my anti-hero, I was like, what if I put rails on it to make it a little heavier or something? But this feels perfect. Like it doesn't need the rails. It just works perfectly as is. I thought about putting rails on it. I might, who knows? But I almost don't want to because of just that session in 10 minutes. Again, it was like switch straight, first try. Varial flip, I haven't done one of those in a minute. Backside flip, first try. Frontside flips were feeling so good. Kick flips, feeling good again. Like I couldn't even do kick flips on that other board. I had to put so much of my foot on the board just to like get it to flip properly and pop. But yeah, that board was a challenge to skate. So I wouldn't recommend a 14-inch wheelbase unless you're on like Ventures or something. At least for me, my preference. It turns out I'm a 14.25, slightly smaller tail. Like this shape right here is like so perfect. Like after just this little mini session, I was like, I think if I had a pro shape, it'd be this exact dimension. So if you want to ride what I would ride if I was pro, this is the board. It's the 8.5 Real DBX with the 14.25 wheelbase, and I'll put the measurements of the nose and tail right here on the screen. I'm gonna have to go home and measure those, but like I said, it's got this slightly tapered tail, making it a little pointier in the back, the bigger nose up front, and it just works so good for flip tricks. Like I was having a really rough week with flip tricks, and I was like, man, what happened to me? Is it the Vans? Is it this? Is it that? And it's like, yeah, the Vans probably played a little bit of role mentally. I might actually even keep skating this for a few days. It feels good. Like after skating the wood board, like this feels perfect still, and it's not even that badly razor-tailed. So maybe we'll run it another couple of weeks, who knows? But I already have a backup ready to go, and that's pretty sick. So I'm super hyped. Like that was crazy. I honestly didn't think it'd be that big of a difference. So that's how important like finding a wheelbase that matches your truck configuration really is, right? Like I was riding Ventures on 14-inch wheelbase, which gave me like a 14.25 wheelbase. So that makes sense, right? That this is what I would like. And I guess I just like rode so many 14-inch wheelbases, I thought like, hey, why don't I try it with this and see how it works? And I know a lot of other people ride like Indies on 14-inch wheelbases and stuff, so I thought maybe I'd give it a go, but holy cow, my flip trick suffered so bad. Like this this feels like the most proper setup for me. Like 52mm classic shaped wheels, the independent titaniums on this shape. I mean, honestly, I think if I got this shape in a wood board too, I'd be fine with it. The DBX is just nicer, it's snappier, and it's got that long lastingness, right? Like this thing's been through the wash, man. Like I still can't believe it's skating as well as it is, but I don't know. I think that's a really good testament to the boards. Again, I don't typically break boards, like even wood boards. I don't know why. I land bad all the time, but I guess I'm not jumping off tall enough stuff. But yeah, I mean, this thing's a beast. So this is the new setup going forward, is like I'm gonna just keep buying these, I think, because like, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then this is certainly not broke skating this, man. I'm gonna be broke after buying them a bunch, but it is so perfect. Oh, and I guess a little update here at the end of the video for you guys. So in like 2 videos ago, I was talking about how I like left my job. Well, I already got another job, so that's how fast things move. I think it was 2 weeks where I wasn't working, and then now I'm back to working again. So that's so rad. Very excited, and it's at a much more chill place that I think I fit in well there. So very excited, and yeah, things are looking up. But that's gonna do it. I just wanted to do a quick video about how important Wheelbase is to your truck. And when you find that like sweet spot of like when your flip tricks are working and everything's feeling nice, that's where you need to stay. Like, and that'll keep your tricks consistent, and that'll keep you consistent. When you switch up things like Wheelbase and your trucks, like if I put like Ventures or Thunders on here, it would definitely, I would feel the difference in my flip tricks, and it would not be that session we just had. So that's my little 2 cents on that. So if you have a board where you're like, man, that board was so good and I was skating my best, like what trucks were you on and what was that wheelbase? Because that'll get you like as close to it as possible. And then you just gotta, you know, mess around with the mellowness of the kicks and everything like that and find out what you like. But for me, this is perfect. Like, couldn't be more hyped that this little experiment worked. Kind of bummed that I wasted that money on that 14-inch wheelbase one, but maybe I'll do like an early morning, and I'll stick it under this bench and, you know, post it on Instagram. So if you want a chance to grab that and you live in the Tempe area, follow me on Instagram, Kevin Nice Try, and keep an eye out because it's going to be random, and I'll probably just throw it under here one morning super early, and you know, early bird gets the worm. So that's going to do it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay on your wheelbase. Don't be changing up your wheelbase. It's a bad idea. See you guys. Peace.
Don't know nothing about me.